Good day, folks. No big review videos or nifty gadget videos or anything like that today, because this is Thankful Thursday, and that's an open tag that comes from Singing Toad from way up north where I am. I've seen a lot of toads. I don't know if I've ever seen one sing, but it's going to be first time for everything, right? So anyway, it's an awesome tag, and it fits in extremely well with this community. So I've been wanting to do this for a little while. So here I am. And man, with this community, there's just so many people to thank. I mean, it's just such a great group of people. Normally in a thing like this, where you're trying to build a channel in a competitive environment, and it is a hugely competitive environment, you would see, people more trying to tear other people down or whatnot. And this community, it's all about building each other up. I've been actually amazed and overwhelmed with the amount of support that have come from other content creators and just people who like to come and watch knife videos. So it's hard to know where to start, but I do know exactly where I want to start, and it's not with another content creator. I will get to that. I wanted to actually start with a channel member, and he goes by the name of, and I don't even know if I'm saying this right, Oxyfee. Anyways, I know him by name now, and he's been there right from the get-go. I think he found me through being a solid member over in HTEDC's channel. And man, I'm telling you, that guy, I don't know if I've dropped a video or a short that he hasn't commented on. And always very positive, encouraging comments, and usually has a good little story to tell or something like that. If you see him in the comments, ask him about his canoe. And I don't mean his knife, I mean his actual canoe, because sometimes he falls out of those and loses things. But I'll let him tell you that story. Anyway, so I wanted to give my first big shout out to him. He's just a great dude. He's up here in Canada with me, and you couldn't ask for a better channel member, I guess. He's just an awesome guy and been very encouraging. I know if I drop a video, pretty much guaranteed I'm going to see a comment from him on it. So thanks, dude. As far as channel creators, I think I looked a few minutes ago. I'm at like 177 subscribers. Been at this maybe a month and a half, maybe. I think it was somewhere towards the end of April when I started out. I just started dropping some shorts to see how that would go. And just the amount of support I got from the other creators has been unreal. And I can pretty much be guaranteed whenever I see a big bump in my numbers, somebody's giving me a shout out. And I've got quite a few of those, and I've compiled a list because there's no way in heck I'm going to remember all the names. I sit before I make a video and I run through it all in my head. And then the minute I turn the camera on, boom, it's all gone. And I'm just winging it. So I made a list for this one. So right off the bat, Harold, HT's EDC, that guy's been just super supportive, super encouraging. I did the video where I got some stickers from him the other day for one for his channel, one for the Canoe Crew. So, Harold's just a great, solid, just a real nice guy, and big old bear. And he's got a black lab puppy dog like me, so it's got to be a good dude. So, Harold, thank you for all you do and all the help you've given me. Andrew over at Baxter's Blades. That was my very first channel sticker I got. And he sent me this slip, because that was one thing I commented on, I guess, in the video. Slips were, I mean, knives are hard enough to find up here, let alone a slip. And I was using eyeglass cases, just the ones you buy a pair of reading glasses at the dollar store. I was using that to put my knives in. So he must have recognized I was having an issue there. He sent me that slip and sent me a sticker. So, and again, another great guy, very encouraging, lots of advice, lots of support. So, and he has a house band on his channel. You should go check that out. So, Andrew, thank you very much. And I don't know everybody by their names yet. I'm getting there. I'm terrible with names. I've always have been. But my first, I think, like tagged channel shout out, that came from Pen and Pen Blades. Another great channel, does some awesome reviews. So, definitely go check him out. He was one of the first, was the first to do an actual shout out where he tagged me. Great content on his channel. And you're going to keep hearing me say that over and over, and great content, because all these guys produce great content. I'm learning so much just watching their channels. I had posted a Victorinox I had, and I was trying to get some more information on it. Jesse McJames, he jumped in there and he did a shout out tagging me to other people saying, hey, can anybody help this guy out? And I got to find out what my knife was. And curiously enough, it's called a handyman. And I thought that's just perfect for my channel, because I'm always shouting for people to be more handy. So, let's see. Driver 38. If you haven't watched any of his videos, and I'm sure if you're seeing mine, you've seen his, another great gentleman. Just a real solid, upstanding guy. Just the kind of guy you wish you could have in your community, because he's the kind of guy, if you ever needed help, I'm sure you could depend on him. And man, does he get a wicked piece of property with a wicked garden in it. And he's got some great, excellent knives. And I'm pretty much guaranteed, I get a lot of comments on my videos from him. So, Driver 38, go check him out. Clark's Knives. It's another small channel like mine that's, he didn't have to give me a shout out. He's trying to build his own channel, but he gave me a shout out and, said great things about my channel. So, appreciate that. Go check him out. He's got some really excellent content too. RH Blade and Shade, but another real helpful guy. He gave me a good shout out, said some great things about my channel, and you just gotta hear me keep saying it over again. Another channel with great content. And I wish in my mind I could separate. I watch so many channels and so many videos. I wish I could separate everybody out by their expertise, because a lot of these channels they have little niches to them. I mean, everybody covers the wide spectrum of the mostly traditional knives, but everybody's got their own niche. And I wish I could just see a name and pick that niche out of my head. But RH Blade and Shade, go check him out. And I will link all these in the description below, so it'll make it easier for you to check them out. Slips Joint Sawyer over in the UK. He's given me a couple different shout outs. Another real knowledgeable guy. Some great knife contests, some content, does some great reviews. He does a lot of Victorinox stuff over on his channel. So if you're into Victorinoxes, I know that's a good place to go for that. And funny enough, I sent out a week and a half ago a bunch of stickers, one here in Canada, a couple down to the States, and one over to the UK to him. He got his sticker already. The guy that's like, maybe a 10-hour drive from me here in Canada hasn't gotten his yet. And I don't think anybody in the States have gotten theirs yet. So go Canada Post. But definitely check him out. Patriot Knife and Tools. There's a cool channel. He's got some great knives, some wicked historical knives. He did one yesterday or the day before on a big old Bowie knife from the 1800s. I mean, he's got some wicked historical knives on his channel, and a lot of other historical stuff. He did a video the other day where he did a walkabout in an old abandoned homestead. And I mean, I think he's got a couple more of those coming down the pipe. So definitely go check those out. And if you just like cool old stuff, he's got a ton of cool old stuff. Oh man, there's just so many channels. It's Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. I mean, that dude is just he he just cool, and he's got some of the best sayings like "Don't that purty," and his best one is "Use your knives." So don't just collect them and leave them sitting on a shelf. Take them out and use them. They're tools. Get out there and cut some stuff. Oh. And he makes some good breakfast too. So definitely check him out. And he's extremely active in the community. I mean, he's a busy guy and making his own content, but he just seems to pop up everywhere with an encouraging comment on everybody's content. So, I mean, and he's got a live he does. I think he's going to be doing it the first Saturday night of every weekend. And so he's got some great knives, got some great old knives. So definitely go check him out. I feel terrible. I wish I could name everybody, but everybody just doesn't pop to the top of my head. I should have just gone and listed every channel I'm subscribed to and just rang them out. But there's a ton of them out there. A lot of them are older guys like me and older. So it's nice to see them out there on the fancy new technology, taking a hold of it and bringing some good content, some good knowledge, and good wisdom and values and morals to people. So, yeah, this is just an amazing community. I commented the other day, I was in a live stream, and God, I can't remember which one it was, but the mod in the channel, every time somebody popped in and said hi, boom, they were throwing up a link to that person's channel. So, I mean, how could you ask for a more supportive community than that? Sorry, mosquitoes. But no, I never thought when I got into this that I'd get hooked up with such a great bunch of people. And, there's some young guys out there too, and I love to see that. The young guys getting out there collecting the knives. Some of them are the newer knives, some of them the older knives, some of them, the traditional style, but some of them actually getting the old knives. And I love to see that because I'd rather see them with a knife in their hand than a cell phone or a PlayStation. And once they get into the knives, then they're going to learn about the knives. And then they're going to learn useful things like how to sharpen a knife properly, how to use a knife properly, how to store and care for a knife properly. So they're actually learning some handy skills. Because, that just, knowing how to sharpen a knife just doesn't apply to your pocket knife, your kitchen knives, everything else. And when you learn to appreciate something, appreciate it for its historical value, appreciate it for its immediate value, how it can be useful and handy to you, then you learn to appreciate other things too. That will carry over to other things that you have and you do in your life. And being part of this community, they're getting to appreciate other people, which I think is awesome. So, yeah, I'm just amazed at the people in this community and the community as a whole. Just such a tight-knit group. And maybe it's just the general nature of the people involved, or maybe it has something to do with the weird times we're in. Maybe is causing like-minded people with more traditional ways of thinking to kind of come together, experience a little comfort in commonality or something like that. But I think a lot of it is just they're a great group of people, and you've got some wicked skilled craftsmen out there. I don't want to shout anybody out because I can't remember to shout all of them out, but if you want some leather work done, I mean, there's some awesome leather workers out there making knife slips and knife sheaths and wallets and you name it. Guys braiding paracord and whatnot, and just a lot of skilled people. And for a lot of them, just kind of getting into the knife thing got them into the leather work and other things. So they're developing new skills based around their passion for the knives and whatnot. So no, I could ramble on about this forever. So I'm just gonna stop with that there, and just in case you need to see a knife, let's throw out what I've been carrying in my pocket today. So we got, I think I did a short on these this morning. We got the Kaiser Feist in denim micarta, and I don't know how well we're going to see it this way, but I wrote some stats down because I don't remember stuff. Anyways, we got the Kaiser Feist, and it is closed length 3.6 inches, open length is 6.5 inches, your blade length is 2.8 inches, and your steel is 154 cm. And it's got can't pay attention to two things at once. And it's got a denim micarta handle. It's a really slick looking handle. Light's probably not the best here to see it, but and you got a deep carry clip, tip up, and it's a front flipper. Not my favorite thing, but I'm kind of getting used to it. But you do your rollover flip. And there's your blade, and it's sort of a, I don't know what you want to call it, a modified sheep's foot maybe. And it's got your black finish on it, like it's stone wash. Got a liner lock, real easy access to that. And you can flip that way too. Got a nice snap on the open. It's a comfortable little size. You don't feel that pocket clip at all. Not even a little bit. Fairly fidgety little knife if you can get used to the front flipping. And of course, we got to have a traditional. And that is, if I can get it in my pocket, I got shorts on, so. And I believe I did a video on this, my little Browning mini trapper with the wood handles and the satin finish bolsters. You got your main blade is a long clip point, and there's a model number up here somewhere. No half stop, but go to action, nice snap. And your secondary blade is a long sheep or long spade blade. I believe there's a model number on here. And yeah, the light's not good enough for me to read it, but and I doubt very much you'll be able to read it here, but anyhow, nice little knife. Then I got the little Olight. I'm going to do a review on this with a comparison to a cheaper knife that you can buy at pretty much anywhere, hardware store, probably even Walmart. That's one of the police specials. So at some point I'll do a little video on that. And what's Terry say? Man's got to have fire. Oh. And that one made in Bradford, PA, USA. And it's got an I to the left and a 10 to the right. I know that means something to you Zippo collectors out there. Somebody can probably date that just based on that. I cut one of my little eyeglass cases up, made a little slip for it. And got a hank. You should always carry a hank. Men always used to carry hanks. You know, whether you need it to blow the nose or wipe some dirt off your hands. You never know. You might see a little kid take a fall, skin their knee. You can help clean up with that. Lady might be having a bad day and needs to dry her eyes. You can offer her a hanky. Just don't blow your nose on it first and then offer it to her. That's not good. But just little things like that just make you a little more handy. It's real good to be handy because handy helps people and it helps you. And really, we need more handy people these days. So I'm going to cut it off here because I've rambled on long enough. So just a great bunch of people. To just wish I could just name everybody and thank everybody, but you know what? Subscribe to some of these channels. Subscribe to all of them. I'm going to list them below, and just subscribe to the ones I don't list, and you'll just get to see a good bunch of people talking about something they like. And if you like that something they're talking about too, they're great people to listen to. And everybody jumps in. I mean, I throw comments and likes on every video that I watch, and everybody gets back to me. Everybody's got a comment back. So it's a very interactive community. So you all take care. If you like the video, please consider tapping that like button. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or criticisms, drop those in the comments below. I answer everyone. Maybe someday when I get, this channel gets big enough, it might be a little bit harder, but right now I'm a tiny little channel, so I'm always looking out for the comments. I love to see them and I love to answer them. And if you'd like to see more, consider subscribing to my channel. If I don't do it for you, somebody down in the list I put down below is going to do it for you. So go subscribe to them and tap that little bell. That way you know every time I or somebody else drops a video. Y'all take care. Have a great day. And do try and learn to be handy. Handy people, they're appreciated, whether they realize it or not. You all take care. You know what? I got about 2 steps away. Oh, baby girl. Good girl. I got about 2 steps away, and I thought of 2 more right off the bat. If you want to know about knives and the history of knives, Rasputin's Castle, Tobias Gibson. Those guys know more about knives than I know about breathing. So be sure you go check those guys out and watch their content. They got a ton of it. Rasputin just dropped one about micarta and what micarta is all about. I'm like, yeah, now I know everything I need to know about micarta. So definitely go check those guys out too. I'll take care. Hey, baby girl. Yo. Yeah, the pretty girl. The pretty girl.